Hey, what's going on? This is Ricardo with the Code 7 Podcast Network. It is July 16th, 2020, and we're about to get started with Open Mic Live. We're going a few minutes early. I know usually it's a few minutes later, but here we go. We're going to start. And as always, a word from our sponsors. Hang in there, and I will be right back with you.
InDigital is on a mission to improve the 911 industry. Our goal is to create something better to go above and beyond the current standards. Our passion for creating the most advanced, well-designed solutions led to our position as an industry leader in next-gen core services. The millions of calls processed over our emergency IP networks, to our Text for 911 solution, Texty, to our disaster recovery and backup solution, Mevo, it's easy to see we love what we do. For more information, check us out at www.indigital.net.
Rapid Deploy believes that every public safety agency, regardless of size, should have access to the data they need when it matters most. That's why since 2016, our mission has been to reduce emergency response times and improve public safety. We are the industry's only integrated emergency response platform. Our web-based cloud platform includes analytics, mapping, dispatch, and mobile apps, purpose-built for 911 in the 21st century. Visit www.rapiddeploy.com to learn how we enable effective, efficient, data-driven emergency response.
If Within the Trenches has ever taught you something, open your eyes to what it is like to be a 911 dispatcher, or has inspired you to become one, then help support us and join our Patreon. Bonus content, one-of-a-kind swag, discounts on merchandise, ad-free early access to new episodes, and much more. To join, please visit patreon.com/WTT podcast. And if you're an industry partner, we have something for you as well. And now, for the show.
This is Jordan, and you're listening to the Code 7 Podcast Network.
Warning. This episode contains the 3 A's of podcasting: adult content, adult language, and awesomeness. You've been warned.
Dispatch.
There is no one over here to cook our lunch. We are waiting for our lunch, and there's no one here to cook our lunch.
All right, calm down. Where are you at?
The group home. Now, what are you going to do?
We'll get some help over there for you, okay?
Welcome to Open Mic, where we visit the lighter side of dispatch, because laughing is good medicine. Oh shit, here we go. It is once again, like I said earlier, July 16th, 2020, and this is Open Mic Live. This live broadcast is sponsored by, I pulled these brands up here. Bam, right there. Sponsored by InDigital as well as Rapid Deploy. And throw this open mic up there in the upper right-hand corner. Hell yes. So we're here for Open Mic Live. If this is your first time on Open Mic Live, please throw that into the comments as well. That's one thing that I don't always check, but I want to check that this time. Let's see. Let me try to move this a little bit here. There we go. That's a little bit better. I see a bunch of people checking in. We got some from Tennessee, from Texas, from Arkansas, and I see my cousin Lisa is on here. What up, yo? What's going on? If this is your first time on here, you're gonna hear some shit. There's gonna be some crazy stuff, man. A lot of different things that are going on. Let me make sure I have my notes here. Let's see, went through my sponsors, all that good stuff. We were doing roll call already, so thank you for doing roll call, and just checking to see how you're doing. It's Thursday, and on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling? How are you doing this week? 1, of course, being shitty, and then 10 being awesome. Let me know how you're feeling. Bust it out in the comments here. Now, let me scroll back down here to see what. Ooh, Massachusetts, what up? Texas. And Mike, what is going on? My homeboy Hank. What's up, my friend? What's up? So we're about to get in and oh, hold on a minute. Sabrina says, "Oh my God, I heard the intro about cooking food. I have taken a food call before. They were mad that breakfast was done and they know they can easily just fix it." What? That it was done or was not done? It's funny. And ATL in the house. What's up, yo? What's going on? It's funny how hearing things like that, right, can set you off, can like throw out some triggers there. Man, I know exactly what you're talking about. I feel that as well sometimes. Every time I hear that, I think about some of the calls that I took in dispatch where it's like, is this real life? But it is, that's their emergency that's going on at that time. And you gotta treat it the way you gotta treat it as priority one. Until you get everything else figured out, because it's 911, right? Anything can happen in 911. Let me scroll back down here. Okay. Sabrina says breakfast wasn't being served anymore by like 30 minutes. Yeah, doesn't that suck? I've done that before where I've gotten to a place and I'm like, yeah, can I go ahead and get your let me get your egg and chicken biscuit or whatever. and they say, "Nah, man, you can't. Shit out of luck. We don't have that for you." And then you're just sitting there, just damn. What are you gonna do? You can't do anything. You can't do anything at all. Let's see. Let me go back in here, reading some of these. And just a thought. Anyone ever take bets on how many teeth a caller has? What? Are you talking about like when you're listening? When you're listening to somebody talking? That's kind of funny. Angela says that. Just a thought. Anyone here take bets on how many teeth a caller has? I've never thought about that before. And that's interesting. I do have to ask, really quick, for all of you that are on here right now, am I coming through okay, voice-wise? The reason I ask is because I added a something different to my microphone, and I just wanted to see. All right, okay, everything is good. All right, because it's actually not turned up that loud, but the piece of equipment that I added to it, pretty badass. So it's working well. I love it. It is very, very nice. Ryan from Genesee County, 911. This is your first time here. Awesome. Well, welcome. I just so you know, I did finish your calling tree. So whenever anybody calls in now, they'll hear, "You have reached Genesee County 911. If you have an emergency, please call 911. Yeah, that's me. Mm-hmm. Kelsey, you sound like a real MFP. Word, son. That's right. All right, let me see here. There was someone else who said this was their first time here. Jennifer, welcome out of Arkansas. First live open mic. Excellent. Well, again, for those who are here for the first time, you're in for something, because I don't know if what you've heard about this, if anything, but there are a lot of funny and outrageous stories that come out of this. There are some saves as well, which is awesome. It's always good to hear about some of the saves. But, when you've had a long ass week, sometimes you just want to laugh. And this is what we do. We get a chance to jump on here and spend an hour, sometimes an hour and a half, talking about some of the funny shit that happens in 911. And a lot of the times when people are sharing their stories, they're trying to go as far as they can to see if they can break me and make me laugh, which isn't hard to do. As you can see, I'm laughing already. So it's what makes this so much fun. It makes it very fun. So let me scroll back through here. Tina, first timer as well. Welcome. Ryan, that's awesome and creepy at the same time. I know, right? I had a coworker in Allegan one time call Genesee County, I think also Kalamazoo County, and Calhoun. What I'm saying is I do the calling tree for both of those, or all three of those. I don't remember which one they actually called, but they ended up looking at their phone to make sure that they actually called the agency and not me, because they knew my voice. Oh man, it is so funny. Okay, let me get back to my notes here really quick, because I had some stuff that I wanted to mention. So right off the bat, patrons, thank you so much for the patrons, for your support, for everything. I wouldn't be able to do everything that I do without your support, as well as everyone else, but especially the patrons and sponsors. Thank you all so much for all of this. I appreciate it more than you know. And for the new VIPs, let's see, it's I think it was Scott, Robert, and Zach. Thank you very much. A shout out to the new VIP patrons for jumping in there and for the support. I have sent all three of you some messages through Patreon on the website. Please make sure to check it out. I need your t-shirt size so that I can get your t-shirt and swag and everything out to you. So make sure to check that out. If you want to jump in and support as well, it is patreon.com. And that is, I believe, /WTT podcast. It's right there. Patreon.com/WTT podcast. And thank you again to all of you. I appreciate it so much. Now, I recently just posted episode 332. Now, episode 333 is already up and shared to patrons. They have access to that already. It'll go to everyone else next week, Wednesday, the 22nd. I also will be doing episode 334. And episode 334 is going to be live. It's going to be on July 23rd. And that is when you'll learn about everything. Everything will be revealed. You know, sometimes when they say all good things come to an end, right? Well, we're going to find all that out next week, Thursday. Episode 335, I recorded today. It was an awesome episode. And that episode is actually going to go up next week, Wednesday. Actually, no, not next week, Wednesday, the following. Actually, no, it is. It will go up next week, Wednesday, but for patrons. It'll go up for patrons next week, Wednesday. It'll go up ahead. And the interesting thing is that I'm just looking at the comments on there. The interesting thing is that when episode 335 goes up next week, Wednesday, I recorded it as if I had already made my announcement. So the announcement is on episode 335. So patrons, you're going to find out a day before everyone else about what's going on. It's going to be something else. And my guest didn't even know what was going on. And I was telling her, you know, you must just sworn to secrecy. You can't say anything. So she got to hear it. And I was telling her, you're about to hear something that nobody knows. And I ended up saying everything in the intro. And then I bring her back up. And then we talk about it a little bit. It's kind of sad. But everything will be all right. Everything will be okay. It'll be okay. So, Doug, yes, you'll know a day before because that episode is going to go up. And yeah. So if you're a patron, you'll get to know a day beforehand. Now on Thursday is when I'm going to do the episode, the live episode on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. And I'm thinking I'm going to do it in the afternoon is when I'm going to do it. I don't want to wait until open mic to do it because I'll do it in the afternoon, and I'll make sure to post beforehand so that you know exactly what time it's going to happen. I hope to see as many of you there as possible because you're definitely going to want to hear this. So all of that is going to happen. And Heather says, "Oh my God, you look like you're going to cry. You're scaring me." Yeah. Like I said, all good things come to an end. But there's also beginnings, and we'll find out together. It'll be good. I swear. It'll be. So from there, next week Wednesday is also the Dispatchers Roundtable. It's going to be round 6. I'm going to have JC and Pam on with me, as well as Conrad Weaver. Now, JC and Pam are co-chairs for Nina's Wellness Committee peer support work group. We're going to be talking about mental health and wellness, as well as PTSD, and talk about the documentary that Conrad has coming out. And that is PTSD 911. That's a documentary. He did a marathon yesterday with a bunch of different guests, and he's trying to do some funding to get this done. And this is on, I think it's on Indiegogo. So I'm going to post the link here really quick into the comments for you to check it out. And I'm looking back over here at the comments, and Hank says, "Dude, this will be epic, I'm sure. You don't do small." Yeah, it's something else. But it'll be all right. It'll be okay. But the round 6 is going to be a good one. So make sure to check that out. Again, it's the Dispatchers Roundtable, round 6. And we're going to be talking about mental health and wellness and PTSD and such. And if I'm going to be posting about it tomorrow, because what I want is for all of you who are watching right now, just to kind of think about it, what you might want to ask. You know, some of the questions, or even some topics in between there that relate to those that you might want answered as we're talking about all of this that's going on. And you know, it's been a big topic for a while now, mental health and wellness in 911 dispatchers and call takers and such. So it is going to be an excellent episode. Make sure to watch out for that. And we'll be live on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube for that. Really quick before we get into all of the funny stories, I do want to show this video again. This is a video that I've already showed a few times, and it's on the Facebook page, but it is the middle of July, and the months are going to go fast. They are going to go really fast, and before we know it, it's going to be October. So I just want to play this again really quick. Here we go.
Are we back?
Hell yeah. Gotta love that, man. Yes. Dare to Be Great 2 is ramping up. There's a lot of stuff that's going to be going on, and a lot of announcements that are going to be coming up for that as well. Very, very excited to be doing this and bringing pretty much all the same speakers back, but with new sessions, as well as new speakers. So there's going to be a lot that's going to be built into DTBG Part 2. And I'm actually currently wearing a shirt. And as it gets closer, I'm going to see, which design for DTBG you guys might want to get. So I'm going to make these available. I had just made a few for myself to wear, but there were some people who were saying that they wanted to purchase one. So I'm gonna put that out there to see if there's enough people who would like to purchase one, and if there is, then we will I will go ahead and do it, because as you can see behind me, that's my print press. I do everything here. So that's going to be coming up. But again, Dare to Be Great 2, there's going to be so much that that's going to come out of the second one. The first one was amazing. It was special. There was something really special about it, and I'm hoping. No, I'm not hoping. I know that we'll be able to bring the same energy that that we brought with the first one. And I just want to thank all of you for the support and for being there, and for there's almost 7,000 people who registered for the first conference. That's around the world, and there are still people who are registering for it now. And it was just so good, and we're all excited to be able to continue to give back and bring it back. There's going to be a virtual expo hall so that you can have that technology piece as well and learn so much more. I can't say how I'm going to do it, but it's going to be done, and it's going to be excellent. So again, I am very excited. We are all very excited for it. And it's going to be good. I don't even have enough words to say, just that we're all excited, and just bringing it back. We're back. It'll be awesome. So for everyone who is here, hook it up with a funny story. Any stories that you have, and they can be saves as well, you know, the good calls, because there is good in 911. You know, the majority of the shit is, you know, crazy. It can be horrific, but there are good things that happen as well. So let's get some stories up in here. D, what's going on? And dude, you look a little tired. Thanks, Gary. I appreciate that, fella. Very nice. I haven't slept much, and you'll see why next week. I won't keep talking about it, because then people are going to say, stop teasing. Quit being a dick. Yeah, my bad. Either way, if you have any funny stories that you would like to share, please throw them in the comments. I don't have that phone, so I can't take any call-ins right now, but I am working on that. I will be working on that. And but just like you know, last week, man, we were balls to the wall on calls that people were throwing in, and just reading. I was pretty much hoarse by the end of it, but it was. Oh, my mom is on. What's up, Mom? This is usually when all of the stories start kicking in, when people realize that my mom is watching as well, because they want me to say some crazy stuff. I was trying not. Oh man, she knows. My mom knows. I mean, she knows how this works, and the funny calls that come in. You know, all the different shit that people say. But you know, you can't make this stuff up. This is 911. So yes, any stories that you have, throw them in the comments, and because that's all I had for notes. It's your turn now. Bust out some of them stories. And I think last week when I was talking about the scary stuff, when I know Hank, right? I know. She's gonna throw a shoe at me from where she's at home, and I'm gonna hit me right off the head with her boomerang flip flop. Oh man. You know, actually, that just reminded me of a story. I'm going to save the story. Remind me at the end. This is a Ricardo story. Oh man, it was bad. It's embarrassing. It was something I did as I was a teenager, but I won't I won't get into it yet, and maybe I won't tell it. But all right, so here we got one right here. Had someone call 911 irate over the fact the bank was closed, even though online it said it was open, and demanded the police be sent to investigate. The funnier thing, she called the regular police number, and I recognized her voice. She said, "Oh, it's you again." That does happen, right? So I remember something similar happening like that, and I told the person the same thing. They called on 911 for something. I don't remember exactly what it was. It happened more than once, but I remember that someone had called in on 911, and I said, "Ma'am, that you can call the non-emergency number for that. Like, I can help you out right now, but I just want to let you know that next time if you call for something like this, you need to call the non-emergency number." And I gave her the number, and she goes, "Okay, thanks." Click. Okay, so then I go to try to call her back, and it's not going through. So I'm thinking, okay, now, but luckily it was a cell phone. It's all different and stuff with a cell phone. But the next call that comes in is on the non-emergency line, and it was the same thing. I pick up the phone, and the person goes, "Oh, it's you. Aren't you the person that I spoke to just a minute ago? But you were on 911, weren't you?" And I said, "Well, yeah. We answer both. We do it all. We do it all here." But it was the same thing. Like, she was she was just shocked that I was doing that as well. So, oh, wait a minute. Glenna says, "Oh my God, Ricardo, my partner at work just said, 'Wait, I recognize that laugh,' talking about mine. Is he going to talk about farts again?" Okay, hold on a minute. So this is a funny thing that so some people know my voice because of the podcast. Other people know my voice because of the calling trees at dispatch centers when they call the non-emergency line. But your partner knows my voice because I was talking about farts. That is amazing right there. Yes, Kelsey, back farts. Yeah, exactly. Clink, clink, clink. I'm not even gonna do it. If you were not on the last time when we were talking about back farts, oh my Lord, that was hilarious. And if you don't know what a back fart is, it's I can't even believe I'm saying this. It's when you hold it in and it just happens to travel up your back, man. And it it rattles the rib cage. I just spit. Oh, geez. This is something else. Let me go back up here really quick. Leslie says, "Back farts. I will never be the same." Yeah, exactly. What a legacy. I know. Yeah, exactly. I'm thinking, maybe years from now, people will remember me as someone who was sharing powerful stories. That makes it even more funny. Powerful. A powerful back fart. Hashtag powerful back fart. What I was going to say was that, in the future, people are like, "Yeah, I remember that guy. He was sharing stories. He did this and that with this podcast." But no, people are going to be like, "Oh yeah, we remember that guy. He was talking about back farts. That was good stuff." Oh, man. It's horrible. Let's see. Had a call from a large box store, loss prevention reporting someone had been that's horrible, man. Someone had been playing with themselves in the bathroom, and I'll let you guys read it in the comments, and left their DNA all over the floor. Very PC of you, a way to put it. Oh man, this is bad. I'm sorry, Mom. And my cousin Lisa, who's on here. Oh, geez. Let's see. We recently had a woman call concerned about large objects in the sky that was bright and low to the ground. She was concerned it had something to do with the coronavirus. We helped her realize that the object of her concern was the moon. She said in all of her life, she had never seen the moon look like that. I'm fairly certain the moon is social distancing. All right. Again, you can't make this stuff up, man. You cannot make this stuff up. That one is an interesting one right there. Oh man. Let's see. Oh, my mom just posted something with a thinking face. I can't even imagine what it is. Oh man. Brenda says the fart games have begun. May the farts be in your favor. This is, oh, my face. I'm sure it's red. I'm like sweating right now. This is funny. Scroll up to my story, starting with Sweet Mercy. My mom just posted an emoji that I'm sure is the hear no evil. Aw. Let's see. Oh my God. I had a lady bring in the sheets that a client at her massage had relieved himself in because, oh man. So no happy ending. Watching the officer bag that evidence was the funniest shit ever. Right? Oh man. I some of these, man, I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Glenna says, oh my God, we are dying now. She just heard your podcast 2 weeks ago. Oh, okay. Here we go. Let's see. I just took a call 2 nights ago. Man called 911 to describe the 4x4 package he got in the mail from China. And they don't order stuff from there, but it was addressed to his mom-in-law. So she said, open it. Cue dramatic music. He announced that it contained 1 face mask. That's it. And no one ordered one. And in a frenzy, he said that he immediately threw it away and he immediately dragged the trash can to the road. He suspects that they might be sending masks to people. It cut off. You need to, man, I wish I knew why it did that. The last part of it doesn't show up there. Hold on, let me scroll down. Maybe you posted it already. I'm trying to catch up here. Nope. Okay. Copy and paste that last part, or anybody copy and paste that last part really quick so I can see it. Because it only shows up to that one piece. The rest. Oh, okay, here we go. Here we go. I'm sorry, I don't know what that was. They may be sending masks to people to keep the coronas going. Then it almost sounds like, like buckets of beer or something. He then asked if we could dispatch hazmat to come check it so that nobody doesn't get sick. He was mostly concerned about others being exposed to it. I patched him with a deputy so he could be informed. So that he could be informed of that. No hazmat, no thanks for looking out for us, dude. So are a lot of you getting calls like this? I know for sure that people are they're calling in because people aren't wearing masks and stuff, but are you seeing more calls similar to this one that I'm just reading? I'm curious if that is if that's what's going on. Let's see. Well, I got a moon one for you. Me, stupid ass that I was, saw the very bottom. Oh shit. Hold on a minute. I gotta scroll back up. Me, stupid ass that I was, saw the very bottom of the bright orange moon at the tree line. Yeah, I called 911 because I thought the damn trees were on fire. Talk about being red-faced. Yeah, I knew all the guys on the engine. Those trees will burn next time. You know, I mean, it happens, right? It happens to the best of us. You know, we used to have people who would call all the time, going into towards the city of Plainwell. This is in Michigan in Allegan County, and people would call all the time at night because there was I'm trying to remember what it was now. There was it was like a light pole there. It was a smaller light pole, but it from far away, it actually looked like there was a fire, and people would call on it all the time. And we would say, all right, we're getting somebody out there. And luckily there was usually an officer that was close by and would go by, and they're like, no, man, it's the light again. Don't worry about it. Cancel the fire department. It's nothing. But that would happen every time. And it's just like on the highway, when you're passing like the Hopkins area, there is I think there's like what was it? It was like a propane company or something out there, and you could smell it every now and then when you would pass. And that was another thing that people would call on all the time. And of course, we would send somebody out, just in case there was actually something going on. But most of the time, it was just kind of fumes in the air. I'm not talking about back farts. Okay, hold on. I'm catching up here. It looks like there's a bunch of comments here, so hold on. Let me catch up. It said, had a deputy cause a huge ruckus after he found body parts on the side of the road. I mean, that's not like it doesn't happen every day, right? After lots of arguing between detectives and supervisors on the air, deputy goes to pick up the parts, comes over to the radio. I flipped it over, and it was a tub of chicken livers. Totally quiet for a good 30 minutes. It's all it takes, right? It takes one person to actually, start looking into it. Like, oh, it's chicken livers. Fry that shit up and throw some hot sauce on it. I'm sorry. Okay, continuing. I took a call once from a lady that said she was driving on the highway and saw a guy was in a. Let me make sure I say this right. A guy was in a jacked truck. Okay, we got that. Okay, when I said what I thought she said, she corrected me and said, "How did I know that this is what it was going to end up being?" Corrected me, and I just got really hot right now. Oh, this is so bad. She corrected me and said jacking in a truck. When officers caught up to the 18-wheeler, they came across the radio and said there was no evidence. Oh, wait a minute. No, that there was evidence on the door. Oh, man. Sheesh. Let me scroll down here so that I can catch up. Oh, this is mm-hmm. Yep. Mike, yep, exactly. Yeah, that's what it is. Let's see. I'm getting calls from people tattling on people playing in the playgrounds that are closed or reporting more than 10 people at one location. Man, yeah. I mean, I can see that. I can see, people doing it. See, James says the local dump had a flute with an open flame, and to burn the gases, and people would call on that all the time. See, again, another thing there that um, that people call on that they know. Oh man, there's a bunch of ews. That's got to be on the evidence thing. Jeez. Let's see. Speaking of farting, I love that that's how it starts in the comments. Speaking of farting, we did not get a call once from a female concerned she was having an emergency because she was farting and it wasn't smelling. I think I read that wrong. I think I said we didn't. We did. We did get a call once from a female concerned she was having an emergency because she was farting and it wasn't smelling. I mean, it it's hard to say anything on that if that's that person's emergency. Um, it's crazy to think, but again, that's where you end up taking those calls where you're like, oh, but you reel it in for a moment, and that's their emergency, and they're worried about that. So what happened? I'm assuming priority 3, if you send somebody out, if the person really needs to or is really asking for an ambulance or something, then priority 3, and and you go from there, because what else are you going to do? Oh man, let's see. Please respond to a party for one in a semi. That's so bad. Woo. Okay, let me see here. When I was pregnant, I drove through an area on the freeway on my way to work that seemed foggy. I thought I smelled smoke and considered it could be haze from a fire, but then brushed it off as my pregnant nose playing tricks on me. I got to work in time to dispatch the structure fire of the abandoned house next to the freeway. Oh no. That Prego nose, that's one of those things where, you can smell stuff from miles and miles away. My nose sucks. I can't ever really smell anything. So, that would be something right there, how did you react? Did you get there and you took the call, or did you did you just page it out? You had to have that moment where you're like, you know what, I just passed that thing. Oh man, let's see. I'm just looking through the comments here. There's so many that just came in. So again, like I've always said before, if I can't get to it, throw it back in there or something. Because I'm going through them as fast as I can here. So hold on. There's wait a minute. What is this? We have had a rash of carbon monoxide alarm calls. Fire gets on scene, and see the call as the source caused by the residents. Oh, hookah use. I read that wrong. I read hookah. Oh man, that is horrible. Hookah use. Yeah. Yep. We had some of those as well. Oh man. I hope you like that one. That was free for that was for all of you. Gosh. That was bad. Let me see. We get calls at least once a month for large black smoke cloud. Needless to say, it's not a fire. It's one of the local. No way. It's one of the local funeral homes. Yeah, it's when they do their cremations, and we have to tell them it's not a fire, it's the crematorium. To then we get silence, or, oh, dude, that would be some shit right there. Yeah, that would be the craziest thing. That, you know, that kind of goes along with the story that I was telling last week about my house, the house that I grew up in, that it was an old funeral home, and downstairs in the basement, that shape that I was telling you all about, that was the entry of that crematorium where they would cremate them right there. And all that dirt that was there, that had been there before my parents got there, excuse me, was probably all ash and everything as well from all of those bodies. And it's no wonder that crazy shit happened at that house. Yeah, craziness. But that would be a weird thing to say. Like, you know, someone call in and then say, it's actually the funeral home. They're working late tonight. I mean, what else are you gonna do? Let's see. Let me go back here. Neighboring agency still gets 911 calls from a funeral home after hours. Oh man. So you know, let's talk about this a little bit. There's a bunch of stories that are coming in. I will get back to those here in a moment. But how many of you have weird shit like that happens? Phone calls from funeral homes, maybe even phone calls from I just remembered something. So there was a trailer park, if I remember correctly. Now that I said I just remembered something, if I remember correctly, there was a trailer park in the county that I used to work in, and we would sometimes get like these phantom calls from a spot there. And I remember we would send officers out there. We finally made a note of it, of course, but we would send officers out there, and there was no house there or anything, but or trailer rather. And I'm pretty sure that it was a place that had burnt down, and like some shit happened there. So that makes me wonder. So for all of you, are you getting like creepy shit like that? Let me scroll back in here. Oh, Heather, about the smoke in the abandoned house. My first response was, "You're effing kidding me?" Someone else took the call, and I toned it out, and I was reading it. As I was reading it, I realized it was the same house. Yeah, that be that one. Let's see. Terry says we have a cow ghost on our 750 bridge. The one, what? The one everyone jumps from and gets report of the white cow in the middle of the bridge. What? Oh man. Let's see. We used to have one that we'd get called on because it was right off the freeway. Ooh. Let's see. We have a historical site called the Slaughterhouse. In our city. It calls 911 late at night. There's no phone there, though. And it is in the middle of nowhere. What? Okay, so that makes me think of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because there's a slaughterhouse, you know, that's part of the story and everything there. Wait a minute. Terry says it's the tallest bridge in California. Deputies have seen it. What? Okay, is this also, you know, on the internet and stuff? Like, I'm gonna have to check this out. Also, speaking of the internet, I did end up watching that video finally, and I like half knew what it was, but I didn't know it was from that show. The Aaron. I actually watched it a couple times because that was some funny shit. But okay, going back. So this cow ghost, what? That is interesting right there. Okay, hold on. Let me go back up here. Let's see. We have a ghost lady that shows up on a highway in the same place once in a while. It's always a thin white woman that looks out of it, mostly naked. We either have a serial killer or a ghost. #Dateline. What? Okay, so this is even more crazy stories coming out now. So this is good. We've got funny stuff and we've got creepy ass shit. So if you were looking to go to sleep tonight, sorry about that. Let's see. Heather says crematorium is what I was talking about being right off the freeway. Oh, okay. Yes. See, Michelle says our building is haunted. Our building is haunted. It's an old medical building. Oh, hell no. Nope. Which is crazy though, because so the horror genre is my favorite genre. Like I'm all about, scary shit and being scared and stuff. But it also freaks me out. I don't know. Maybe I like to be scared. It would be crazy if you saw something in back of me, right? Eek. Anyway, so our building is haunted. It's an old medical building and it had a morgue in the basement. Needless to say, there's a lot of stuff that goes on there. The basement has a lot of activity, and so does the basement parking garage. There is a young boy that hangs out at the end of the hallway on our floor. Oh man, it's like some red rum shit right there. Ooh, I've got one for you. Hold on, let me take a quick sip. Okay, so there was a time when I did some it was like 911 security dispatching, and in one of the buildings, the old building that was like the main center, it had in that building there was an elevator that went down to the basement where the dispatch used to be. Well, the owner of the company, I guess one night ended up going into the elevator and was going down to dispatch, and he had a heart attack and passed away. When the doors opened up, like they saw him laying there, he had died. And what they had told me was that when you're sitting in there around that same time that he was doing that, you hear the elevator coming down and the door opening and nobody is there. And they figure that it's him that does that every so often in the middle of the night, which is crazy shit. Also, there was another building where the security guys would go, because they would have to, do checks on all the buildings. And this one specifically, you can hear like a little boy and a little girl running through there and playing and laughing, because apparently when they were building the building, when they were doing the construction on the building, these two kids were playing there, and there was an accident, and they passed away. And when you're walking through there, you can hear them. People would call into dispatch and tell them there's some kids that are running around here, and they'd have to tell them, actually, you might want to run. Oh man. Yes. Okay, let me go back to the there are a bunch more that just came in here. Holy cow. Okay, so we also have a statue that is to remember the homeless. It's a person laying down on a bench with a blanket. We get people call this in, especially in the winter, for a person down, covered in snow during the winter. Most of us know about it, but always get a chuckle when a new person dispatches on it. That would be some creepy shit too, man. Like, just as a caller, to see that would be trippy. But I would do the same thing with someone who's new. I'd be like, tee hee. Let's see. Ghost lady, officers can never find her. Even the state troop that was 2 minutes away one night, she just vanishes. This is some unsolved mystery shit right here. And if you haven't checked it out on Netflix, shameless plug for them. They're not paying me to say this. I just dig the show. Especially like at the end of the intro, when they show just like the silhouette of Robert Stack. Very, very cool. They did good with that. Let's see. Melissa says one of our doors legit has what appears to be the devil in the wood grain. What? There's a haunted section of our interstate over the river near a huge lake that was built over an old burial ground, and a mother and kids play in the roadway, causing accidents. Man, yeah. So again, if you were thinking about going to sleep tonight, yeah, say your prayers or just stay up, because Freddy's coming for you. Oh man. Let's see. Sabrina says, "Oh my God, Aaron." I'm laughing too much. I can't even say it. Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah, it was pretty good. See, James says my previous part-time job at the shore, the PD, is the former children's hospital. And at night, you would feel someone walking by the lobby window and no one was there. Oh, dude. Yeah. Nope. That's craziness. I would have been like, deuces, I'm out of there. Let's see. Agency I was with used to hold trainings in a building that was used as a morgue for a well-known plane crash. It could be 100 degrees outside and you'd be freezing inside. I always used to feel so sick when we were in there. Man. Oh, okay. So we're catching up to my story that I had said, burn the elevator down. Yeah. Let's see. How much did I get done on my research paper tonight? Nothing. It was open mic ghost stories. My homegirl Erica says, I'm supposed to be going to bed, but I'm a sucker for ghost stories. LOL. Guess I'll need extra coffee tomorrow morning. That's right, girl. Oh, man. Let's see. Oh, I got to go back up here. Let's see. The first time I got a call from a guy who said someone broke in and cut his mother up into little pieces and put her under the floorboards. Everyone let me carry on with questions like a total noob. Oh, was he 1096 then? Is that what you're saying? Because that sounds... I can only guess that's what it was. That it was the person was 96. Let's see. Saw a ghost in a pizza place on the base in... Whoa, hold on a minute. I gotta scroll back. Saw a ghost in the pizza place on the base in Corpus when I was younger. Apparently they have redone the base and it's gone now, but I want to go back to check it out. Is it calling you? Because that's what it seems like with my house. It's calling me. Let's see. Kelsey says, say your prayers, little one. Don't forget, my son, to include everyone. I tuck you in, warm within, keep you free from sin till the Sandman he comes. Yeah. Well done. Well done. Let's see. There was a guy that used to call late at night saying he would hear a faint doorbell in the middle of the night. Went on for years. The guy either died or moved. Let's see. An LAO bought the building and actually heard a faint doorbell as well. That would suck if my doorbell went off right now. I'd be like, all right, have a good one. That's my time. So we heard a faint doorbell as well. And he called in for the guys to come hear it. Turned out it was an old doorbell shorting out in the wall. Poor old guy got picked on for nothing. Oh, no way. Oh, ain't that some shit? That is craziness. Let's see. Glenna says, just so you know, there will be an officer or 10 walking me to my vehicle tonight. I don't blame you. Yeah, I don't blame you because, you know, it would suck. I'm not even going to play. If it were me leaving dispatch at night after hearing all of this, man, I'd be... Wait, Did I hear that? That would be me. I'd be walking, just walking slow, and then start running, and then get to my car and just, and then look in the mirror, and hopefully nobody sits up, like, you know, those urban legends and stuff. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have said that one either. Oh man. Let's see. Had a 911 for a lady who claimed her kid fell down the toilet. She was all yelling to him and everything. Spoiler alert, there was no kid. Aha. Yep. Another 96. Let's see. I'd be sleeping at dispatch in the corner. Right? Yeah, probably, man. I would probably be doing the same thing. It's, you know, I got to work tomorrow, but I don't have to be home. You know, I'm just going to go ahead and sleep in the quiet room. Or if you don't mind, the corner right there is all right. I've got my backpack. I'll just sleep there. I would need the sound of the radios and the phone calls and everything to go off. You know, hell, I'll take a few calls. It's okay. So Michelle says, I just keep walking, especially in the parking garage. Mm-hmm. Oh man. Whew. This has been a good one. This has been excellent. That's one of the things that I've always wondered, actually, is creepy ass calls like that. You know, if there's a lot of them that come in, or there's any stories about your buildings, you know, stuff like that. I know that there is a county here in Indiana. A very good friend of mine is the director over there in Fulton County, and there have been like sightings there that have happened, and some of my coworkers that have gone there have told me about it. I think, man, I don't want to go there. I mean, it'd be kind of cool, but I don't know. I don't want to, you know, mess myself. Let's see. Oh, and Kelsey says, I wouldn't want to sleep here. Too many deaths in this building. Holy crap. Like, where are these dispatch centers at? They're in medical facilities. They're in, what the hell? Let's see. Terry says, our old building used to be a mental hospital during World War II. Weird shit happened, including mountain lions seen on the roof one night. See? What the hell is going on? What is going on? Let's see. I'm just looking here. I'll just sleep in dispatch by the haunted elevator next to the door with the devil and the wood grain. Right? The whole thing. All of it right there. Let's see. Oh my God, I'm so done. Hashtag scaredy cat. You can add that one to the cloud as well. Scaredy cat. The portal to hell, apparently. Our dispatch is in the jail. Oh, okay. Okay. I get it. I get it now. Oh my God, my aunt is on here as well. My Tia Elvira. Hi, Tia. Oh man. This is funny. We got more of my family coming on. I apologize. I'm apologizing to them for me talking shit is what I mean. I love you all. I love you. It'll be okay. All right. So we are just past the hour, and we're going to go ahead and go into the wrap up of this. This has been a lot of fun, sharing all types of funny stories, and especially, you know, these other ones. I'm going to finish off with a funny story for you. And this will help you from the scary shit and creepy shit that we were talking about. Now, it's funny that my mom is on, because I'm sure all of you are going to give me shit for this. I have to preface this with be gentle. I was a teenager, and I thought I was the shit. And of course, yeah, I wasn't, because what I did was a piece of shit thing to do, but I got my ass handed to me. Okay, so here we go. Are you ready? This is one of those Ricardo stories where where I learned the hard way, and I learned to be aware of everything that was going on during the time. Now, this is funny, but okay, here we go. I'm just gonna jump in. Okay, so and Mom, you can comment as well because I'm almost too embarrassed to say this. Let's see. Ricardo, this isn't the report card story, is it? No. I don't know what? No, this was something that okay, anyway, let me start. Okay. There was one night that I think I don't know, maybe 14 or 15, and you know, you have teenagers, and sometimes they think that they can rule the world, and you have to put them in their place, right? My mom says, "OMG!" I think she knows what the story I'm going to tell. Sometimes you have to put them in their place, and I was the one who got put in my place because I thought I was all that, and a bag of chips. That's right, I said it, bringing it back. So I don't remember what it was. I think I was my mom wanted me to clean my room or something. There was something that she wanted me to do, and or maybe there was something that I wanted to do, and they were telling me, um I don't know where this is going or if I want to know. Yeah. Well, okay, so here we go. Like I said, this is funny, but whatever it was, I was having attitude, like straight up teenager attitude. And Heather, yeah, I am dating myself with what I said. That's why I said I'm bringing it back. Um, I wasn't having it, and I was just being a straight up douche. And we're in the living room, okay? We're in the living room, and my mom and I had gotten into an argument. Now, my parents, they're all about, respect, discipline, all of that. And I am so glad that they were and they still are, because I grew up to be, even though I laugh and joke and talk a lot of shit, um, I was brought up with that, and I still have that, and I do have that. But one moment, in one stupid act, I learned, I learned for that piece, never to do that again. I shouldn't have done it in the first place, but I did it, because I was a dumbass. So in the living room is this huge window, right? And we had some lights on, but not all of them. And after the argument, she turned around. And when she turned around, I threw the bird. I threw the bird, thinking that I was cool or whatever popped into my mind to do that. But as they say, karma's a bitch. And karma came out and drop kicked my ass, because what I didn't realize was that because the lights were not fully on, you can see the reflection in the window. That's right, the reflection in the window. So picture this. I throw the bird, and I lock eyes with my mom in the reflection of the window. Oh, I got goosebumps right now. Like, I'm flashbacking right now. Oh my God, I'm like freaked out. Oh my God, she saw me. We locked eyes. It happened, and it was just whoosh. and it felt like a year that it took us staring at each other, when really it was a split second. And my mom goes, "What?" She goes, "What did you do?" And I went, "Ah!" Oh man. So think about this. At about 14 or 15, I'm already almost like 5'11, okay? And my mom is straight up 5 foot. But you know what? The height didn't matter because I was that big in that moment. She turned around and came at me, and I knew I was dead. I was hit. It was over. Ricardo was done for. She walked up and just slapped me in my face, which I fully deserved. Fully deserved it. I can feel it right now. Like I can kind of feel the groove still. Oh man. And I remember she, her telling me, don't ever do that to me. And then telling me, my mom just posting there, yes, you were done. I was. Oh my Lord. That was the first and last time I ever did that. I can see it in my head right now, and it freaks me out. So, oh my Lord, man. Yeah. 5 foot, but she was the Incredible Hulk in that moment. and I was that big. And seriously, it was that, oh no. But then on top of that, just wait till your dad gets home. Man, yeah, it was not good, man. I learned the hard way. It was one of the most stupid things to ever do. And like I said, karma hooked me up because we locked eyes in that big window. She could see the reflection. And, after everything happened and stuff, I apologized, of course. But, again, I'm glad that she did that. I'm glad that she slapped the shit out of me because I deserved it. and I got, yelled at by my dad as well. Again, deserving of that. But learning the hard way, though, I'm glad that they did things like that, because it taught all of us, that discipline and respect and everything, even though it was very disrespectful and stuff. Excuse me. And I got what I deserved for doing that, growing up, and where I'm at right now. I can laugh about it and everything, and it is embarrassing to tell. It's a funny story, but and we can joke about it now. I talked to my mom about it, and she goes, "I cannot believe you did that. I saw you, and I was not going to let you get away with it." And I'm glad she didn't, because I have all of that with me, and I tell my kids these stories. Sometimes they're like, "Oh, I cannot believe you did that to Abuela." And I'm like, I know, you better not ever do it. But I love you, Mom and Dad. I love you guys for everything, just for being there for us and supporting us in everything and anything that we've ever wanted to do. And, sometimes that tough love is needed, and that discipline, and it's all about respect. So thank you, both of you, for all of it. It's awesome. I hope you enjoyed that story. I hope you're able to fall asleep a little better after all of that. I'm just going back and looking at some of the some of the comments here, And like Heather says, yeah, that doesn't, or that don't matter. Short Latina mamas take you down like nobody's business. Yeah, I definitely learned from that one right there. Yeah, no, it was good stuff, and I appreciate all of it. So as we're going into this wrap up here, I want to thank all of you so much for joining me tonight, for sharing your funny and outrageous stories, for sharing the creepy ass stories and everything, and then for listening to a story about my dumbass growing up and, you know, just coming out good on the other side. I'm just glad that I had my parents there to be able to show me certain things, especially when when I was being stupid. So thank you so much. If you have any comments, questions, or you want to be a guest on the show, you can email us, and that'll be wttpodcast@gmail.com. Once again, it's wttpodcast@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter. That is @91podcast. You can like us on Facebook. That's facebook.com/Within the Trenches podcast. This show will always be free, but if you're looking for any bonus content, excuse me, swag, ad-free episodes, early access to those episodes, t-shirts, discounts to the store, anything like that, check us out, patreon.com/WTT podcast. I wouldn't be able to do this without all of your support. So thank you so much. And especially for the patrons and for my sponsors. This live broadcast has been sponsored by InDigital as well as Rapid Deploy. And you can view this on Facebook. I'm going to be putting this on YouTube. This is on Twitter as well. Actually, this is streaming to YouTube already, so it's already going to be there. That's awesome. You'll be able to see all those there. Eventually, I will end up putting these up through the podcast, so you can hear it on audio, and you'll be able to hear those 24/7 on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, your favorite podcasting app, and withinthetrenches.net. And thank you again for all the support through all these years. 2020 marks 10 years since the original concept for everything that I do. And next week will be the big reveal. Stuff that's been going on, stuff that I've been working on, and how the end is near. But again, we'll find all that out next week. So thank you all so much for being here, and just for everything. I appreciate it more than you know. And I look forward to doing the live next week, because it's going to be a good one. Have a good night. And again, thank you for all the support, and I will talk to you all soon. Have a good one.